Welcome to FIFTY8magazine.com, the home of esoteric symbolism and evolutionary advancement content. I'm your host, billyrood. This video will be about the esoteric symbolism in the Matrix films. Nobody talks about the Matrix like this.
It's the question that brought you here. You know the question, just as I did.
What is the Matrix?
The Matrix is not just a simulation. The Matrix is the mind, not the true intelligence of your soul, but the inherited, programmed, limited ego mind. The voice that repeats your parents' fears, society's rules, old trauma, survival patterns, and calls itself me.
Me too.
That is why the Matrix is so powerful, because it is not only showing us a world controlled by machines, it is showing us a human being controlled by thought.
You are a slave, Neo. Like everyone else, you were born into bondage, born into a prison that you cannot smell or taste or touch. A prison for your mind.
Neo begins as Thomas Anderson. Anderson is the programmed self, the identity with a job, a name, a social security number, a life that looks normal on the outside but feels spiritually dead on the inside. Neo is the part of him that knows there is something beyond the mind. And Agent Smith is not just a villain. Agent Smith is the inherited ego mind defending its programming.
I'm going to be as forthcoming as I can be, Mr. Anderson. You're here because we need your help.
He is the voice of control, the voice of judgment, the voice that hates freedom because freedom means it is no longer in charge. This is why Smith multiplies, because the ego does not have one voice, it has many. It appears as fear, doubt, anger, and needing to be right.
Welcome to the real world.
This is why the scene where Morpheus shows Neo the real world is so profound. Because he is not just showing him machines feeding off human bodies, he is showing him what happens when consciousness forgets itself. In shamanism, there is the idea that parasitic forces feed on human energy through fear, confusion, trauma, addiction, and unconsciousness. And in the Matrix, the machines symbolize that same force. They do not just need human bodies, they need human attention. They need humans asleep. They need people trapped inside an artificial ego construct, believing the programmed mind is reality. That is the hard pill to swallow.
There are fields, endless fields, where human beings are no longer born. We are grown. For the longest time, I wouldn't believe it. And then I saw the fields with my own eyes. Watched them liquefy the dead so they could be fed intravenously to the living. And standing there, facing the pure, horrifying precision, I came to realize the obviousness of the truth. What is the Matrix? Control. The Matrix is a computer-generated dream world, built to keep us under control in order to change a human being into this.
The system does not feed on your power when you are awake. It feeds on the part of you that keeps abandoning your power. Every time you believe the voice of fear, every time you obey the inherited program, every time you mistake anxiety, shame, or survival for truth, you are giving your life force back to the Matrix.
I didn't say it would be easy, Neo. I just said it would be the truth.
That is why Morpheus says the truth is hard to accept. Because the real shock is not that the world is fake. The real shock is realizing how much of your identity was built by the very system feeding from your energy. And once Neo sees that, he can never go back.
I can't go back, can I?
No. But if you could, would you really want to?
Because awakening begins the moment you realize your mind has been used as a battery. But your consciousness was never meant to be fuel for fear. It was meant to be free.
The Matrix is a system, Neo. That system is our enemy. But when you're inside, you look around, what do you see? Businessmen, teachers, lawyers, carpenters, the very minds of the people we are trying to save. But until we do, these people are still a part of that system, and that makes them our enemy. You have to understand, most of these people are not ready to be unplugged. And many of them are so inert, so hopelessly dependent on the system, that they will fight to protect it.
Once you understand that the Matrix feeds on unconscious energy, you realize the ego mind, symbolized as Agent Smith, is the part of you that keeps the feeding system alive.
If you are not one of us, you are one of them.
What are they?
Sentient programs. They can move in and out of any software still hardwired to their system.
Agent Smith appears as the inner voice that pulls you back into the program.
Inside the Matrix, they are everyone, and they are no one.
Agent Smith can speak through anyone still plugged into the illusion.
We have survived by hiding from them, by running from them. But they are the gatekeepers. They are guarding all the doors, they are holding all the keys, which means that sooner or later, someone is going to have to fight them.
Someone.
Agent Smith is the AI ego program inside the collective mind, judgment and separation that lives through anyone who has not yet awakened from their conditioning.
Every single man or woman who has stood their ground, everyone who has fought an agent has died. But where they have failed, you will succeed.
Why?
I've seen an agent punch through a concrete wall. Men have emptied entire clips at them and hit nothing but air. Yet their strength and their speed are still based in a world that is built on rules. Because of that, they will never be as strong or as fast as you can be.
Neo's training is really about awareness. Morpheus is teaching him that his power returns the moment he stops reacting to the mind as if it is reality.
What are you trying to tell me? That I can dodge bullets?
The bullets are not just bullets, they are thoughts.
No, Neo.
Programs of control being fired at his consciousness. When consciousness fully observes the program loses control.
I'm trying to tell you that when you're ready, you won't have to.
Thoughts are programs of control being fired at his consciousness. Awakening isn't about dodging thoughts, but to see through it. That is the deeper initiation, and that is the deeper symbolism of the films. Neo does not win by becoming more aggressive than the system. He does not become free by fighting the mind forever. He becomes free when he sees through it. The mind wants a battle because battle keeps the ego alive. But the heart does not battle. The heart witnesses. The heart knows and is silent. That is why the real awakening is not about learning how to bend reality. It is about learning how to stop obeying the false self that tells you reality has power over you. And this is where the final message becomes profound. The tagline says, "The end is the beginning." That is the entire human journey. The end of the ego is the beginning of your true life. The end of control is the beginning of peace. The end of the program mind is the beginning of the heart. Because most people think surrender means losing. But spiritually, surrender is the only way out. Neo has to lose to win. He has to stop fighting Smith as if Smith is separate from him.
What are you afraid of?
It's a trick!
You were right, Smith. You're always right. It was inevitable.
Because Smith is the shadow of the mind itself. The more Neo fights him, the stronger Smith becomes.
More.
But when Neo surrenders, the illusion collapses from within. That is the secret. You do not defeat the ego by hating it. You defeat the ego by no longer identifying with it. You let the mind speak, but you stop calling it truth. You let fear arise, but you stop letting it drive your life. You let the old program run out of energy because your attention has returned to the heart. And this is where the Matrix becomes more than a film. It becomes a map.
Something else makes the same kind of noise, takes over every damn thing. Just like the Matrix. War.
A map from thought to presence, from fear to silence, from control to surrender, from the artificial intelligence of the ego mind to the divine intelligence of the heart.
It's so easy to forget how much noise the Matrix pumps into your head until you unplug. I would wake up to this. Silence.
Because the real matrix is not out there. It is the mental program you inherited before you knew you had a choice.
I know what you're trying to do.
I'm trying to free your mind, Neo. But I can only show you the door. You're the one that has to walk through it.
And the moment you stop letting the mind be your master, the war ends. The noise fades. The heart opens. And you realize something profound. The life you were trying so hard to control was waiting for you on the other side of surrender.
I know you're out there. I can feel you now. I know that you're afraid. You're afraid of us. You're afraid of change. I don't know the future. I didn't come here to tell you how this is going to end. I came here to tell you how it's going to begin. I'm going to hang up this phone, and then I'm going to show these people what you don't want them to see. I'm going to show them a world without you. A world without rules and controls, without borders or boundaries. A world where anything is possible. Where we go from there is a choice I leave to you.